Make no mistake, my students, glamping guys' students are going to be the rock stars in the glamping movement. That's you. Now, the third week was the last week of our heady lectures. I explained the 4 entry levels of entering into a safe, legal, and profitable glamping operation on your private property. Level 1 is exactly how Wendy and I started. We popped a tent up in our backyard and started renting it on Airbnb. It was magical. It was easy. It was very, very simple, and we made a pretty good sum of money. I think anybody can do some sort of level 1 glamping. Level 2 glamping is really taking it more to a business level, getting to know the zoning and building code and health regulations in your area, and having more than one unit on your property. And this honestly is where most of us will end up, as well as stay. And that's not such a bad thing. Level 2 glamping brings a tremendous amount of joy and fulfillment and freedom. Level 3 glampers take it to the next level. Level 3 is where you own more than one property. In one property, you're still developing and sharpening your business prowess and complying to codes and regulations in your area. But level 3 is really about your region, where you are and having many properties in that region. This is where I'm at, and I gotta say, my business skills have had to be tightened beyond belief, and I've just never realized how tight they needed to be as a level 3 glamper. Things are tough. Well, tough is not the wrong word. It's professional. I'm having to be more and more professional, a leader in my community, hiring personnel, developing a business plan. I'm not just an owner anymore of my private property. I'm like a CEO. I'm an executive officer of my whole glamping operation. This isn't a mom and pop shop anymore. This is a professional organization that is respected and admired throughout the Pikes Peak region. Now, level 4 may be too much for all of us to comprehend at the moment. I'm just entertaining the idea. But I can see my journey far enough to know that processes need to be put into place and systems that make glamping possible in rural residential properties. I could see a franchise happening. That's level 4 glamping, and I shared with you some examples of people that have franchised some developments, but there has never been a franchise for private residential property and how to do a glamping operation on it. So maybe that's in my future. Anyway, one step at a time. I want to focus on you and your property and getting your accommodation set up on your private property. And that's what this week is about. It's all about structures, and there are a ton of them. This is one of the most creative markets to be involved in. This week, we'll walk through these structures in 3 sections. First of all, structures that I know well. I've actually built them and put them up and rented them out. Secondly, are structures that I know of in the glamping community. I haven't developed them myself, but I know others who have done well with them. And then thirdly, I'll talk about structures that aren't traditionally glamping structures, but they could be considered glamping structures with a little bit of creativity. And then I'll end with talking about a little poop about on-grid and off-grid structures. Ultimately, you'll end this week with the knowledge and know-how to develop safe, legal, and profitable glamping operations on your private property. Let's get started.